Hello, this is Dave, and welcome to Equity Story. I'm here with the obviously amazing Wolf, and how are you doing, Wolfie?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. It's good to see a little bit of a nice green day today.
Right, and you've got to, I can't believe this, but I forgot to put up the disclaimer.
Well, so there you go. It's coming up now. Bam, bam.
We've got lots of disclaimers.
I know. One is we always tell the truth, nothing but the truth.
Oh, all right, you and your joke. Okay, this is just a general share advice and not personal advice, as per the disclaimer on the screen. Okay, Wolf, let's go. Let's start. XRO.
Yep.
It's exactly, yeah. I mean, it's had its move, took a profit, get into it. I don't know if you get it under 100. I'll say let's go under 101, right? Just get it. I mean, good announcement. It could work its way up to 120. I think you put a stop loss at 92.45 and just go for it.
Yeah, look, remember we talked about this company that it needed to look at the bottom line. It probably needed to get itself into the flavor again for investors out there. And the only way it's going to do that is become profitable again, because it was growing, but it was at the expense of the bottom line. So the new management that's come in about 2 or 3 months ago, they said, okay, we're going to start really looking seriously at this cash flows. We need to address it. And now we've got the proof in the pudding, right? They've actually done that, or they're on the way of doing it by improving the cash flow significantly. Talking about, obviously, you want to maintain certain margins in a business and still grow. So you've got that black and white now, right? Result, first one. And I know, one result doesn't make a thing, but at least it gives you really strong encouragement that they are acting on what they say they're going to do. So I think this is the time to sort of get into this. You've got the chart set up beautifully, but the fundamentals are also now stacking up, and you take it up to 120. Really great story, by the way. I mean, this is one of the best tech stocks we've got in Australia. So once it starts moving, Dave, I think this could go quite a long way.
Yeah, and it's exactly what we like to buy when there's positivity, and now's the time to get into it.
Yeah.
That's great, Wolf, isn't it? Not an easy market, but great to have a buy. That's superb. And of course, good news overnight is that hopefully they're going to come to some deal on the debt ceiling. So, fingers crossed. So, I mean, they always do, because if they don't, the whole bloody system's going to collapse, right?
This is just what I hate about America. It's like they're the center of the universe. Just because they collapse, we're going to have to collapse with them.
Yeah, no, it's like and they know they're not going to do it, because no one wants to be the one that collapsed the world economy, right?
You don't want to be blamed for the whole collapse.
Yeah, but it's like,
So they'll probably come up with some sort of, maybe even a compromise type, kick the can down the road type stuff. But I don't care, as long as they come up with something.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Next one, NU Farm.
Interesting, isn't it? How, you look at the agri space, you've got a pretty difficult scene at the moment, because you've got Elders that reported pretty badly. You've got IPL, who also reported pretty badly on the back of fertilizer prices that are going backwards, right? And then you've got New Farm in an agri space that's come up with pretty good results. So, holy moly, what a difficult space this place is. It's not for the faint-hearted. Even for the dividends. I mean, I'm obviously questioning the IPL for dividends now. So maybe it's just a quick trade, move on and find something better, and you can sleep at night type scenario.
The ridiculous thing, if you look at this chart and you think, okay, by the end of this week you'd maybe buy that if it looked like that, but then you sort of question the performance of the company over the years, and yeah, okay, we might have a run up a little bit higher, but it's just been an ugly. It's just been an ugly. Yeah, it's had its moments a little bit, right? But generally speaking,
it's not enough. The moments are not enough for me to just fundamentally like the story. So for me, it's just something not right, is it?
It had a move up here, didn't it? Maybe from 6 till 10, a little bit of a move there, but I don't know. It's just a hard one, just the way it moves, because it's had good results in the past, and then it's had this could be. Well, it'd be interesting to see where it is on Friday, right? It could be, but this could be back down here to 564. We don't know.
Dave, I think the only way you can make it justify buying this over maybe like a longer term type trade, if it just goes through actually $7.50, it's actually on a bit of a run, right? That was sort of one day does not get me because, like you said, you've seen these little green big candles before and hasn't done much.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Aristocrat.
Mm-hmm. I'm disappointed with.
I've got the result. Come bring it across so we can have a look.
Go and bring it. So you've got revenue of 12%, 5% in constant currencies, and PATA of about 14%. So when you look at the Aristocrat trading what about 20 something times, is that enough for 14% growth? Maybe not, and maybe that's what the markets are saying. It's just not enough. We just probably missed expectations in there as well. So at the end of the day, it's still growing. It's still a nice company. It's still, fundamentally probably fairly healthy. But if you look at, dissect every single sector that they've come up with today, there's some strugglers in there. One of the gaming side of things wasn't brilliant the first half. So, you go, maybe their run is over for the moment. I think that's probably what I'm probably sort of trying to allude here. It's just needs to find its feet again.
All right. Okay. LRS.
Mm-hmm.
So had one of the similar websites, Equity Story, gave us a bullish wrap.
Yep.
And why not? I mean, the chart, I'm sure they're not charting it, but the chart looks good. Had a nice little breakup last week, and it looks very good on the charts, Wolf.
Yeah, the results today from its Brazil project are decent. 20 meters odd at 1.5%, pretty consistent. They might have something in there. It's actually not an Amazon, Dave, which is also a bonus, right? They are in a Minas Gerais area, which is a well-known mining district in Brazil. So at least they've got that going. But, still Brazil for me is not an easy...
Well, this is the trouble I've got with it. Yeah, it's trending, Wolf, but when has any project ever got up in Brazil?
I think I can probably count it on my two fingers. Two. I can only remember on my 20, 30 years, two projects that have actually started up a mine in Brazil. So yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, but there's a trade in there, maybe, right? If they keep coming up with this and growing the resource, maybe. You never know. You can pull some strings. If they know some people in the government, maybe they can get it up. But at the end of the day, just a trade.
All right, let's go to AUB. Because they're in a trading halt with a big raise around. Funny enough, they've chosen the trend line about around 24.
Yep.
I suppose good raise. It's a good company. It's growing. It's what are they buying with 150 million?
Well, this is the interesting thing. So they've had a purchase of Tysers out of the UK, and then they had a 50-50 joint venture with PSI, right? We're going to obviously split the costs of getting these Tysers out of the UK. What happened today was that PSI pulled out. So Tysers is now going to be all owned 100% by AUB. So they have to raise that bit that PSI was going to cover, 150 million for these Tysers, right? So that's one part. The good thing is that Tysers is actually going quite well for them. Hence, they've come up with an upgrade today as well, right? Which is a nice upgrade, by the way. And they are just happy to go on their own with it. But they have to raise the cash to cover that bit that PSI was going to cover. So all up, Dave, I think this is an opportunity to get into this story at $24 if it comes back there.
Okay, so really what you say, opportunity knocks here?
Absolutely, because it sounds like, the company is going very, very well, with upgrades. So for me, any opportunity the price goes back to some sort of trend lines, I'm a buyer long term.
All right, now STV, an old sort of, I don't know, stock you liked. I'm not going to say a favorite, but what's the story here?
I'm still liking it. I just keep coming up with those revenue growth, right? And contract wins. And today, another big one, another almost 10 million contract over 3 years with a big mining house in WA. So, Dave, I look, one day, maybe if they maybe start looking at profitability, the market will wake up to this and go, this is just way too cheap, and it's been flying on the radar too much. It's unfortunate because I probably would be in the fund would be in this if it was actually trending, but we just got to be patient and wait for it to get over that 40 cents, I'd say.
And you're saying, are they profitable now?
They cash flow positive, I think, off memory, but they still just marginally a negative.
So really one that's on your watch list.
Yeah, 100%. All they need is just a slight improvement at the bottom line and showing, a consistent growth. And I reckon you'd probably see that go quite well.
And I think another one for the watch list, which was a great performer that's gone from $7 down to $2. Is this the easy money or not yet?
It's like it's back. Hello, right? SKO. So, we used to love this story, right? Because it was in tech space. Booking.com had about 5% of it. It was going great guns, growing its revenues. And then, of course, the COVID hit, and it's ever since no one likes it because it was just very unprofitable. Because, post COVID, just the whole market collapsed in the tech space where unprofitable companies were just completely thrown away. Saying that, they're still unprofitable, right? So for me, it's still uninvestable on fundamentals if we are pretty strict on the cash flows. But the good thing is the top line is growing significantly. And maybe this is where the market's getting excited. They can see a pathway towards that cash flow neutrality, right? Which will obviously look at it a different light. So for me, probably too early. Put on your watch list because this one is definitely a very good tech stock.
All right, Wolf, we're going to wrap it there. We've got to buy some interesting stories. TNE is reporting next week.
Yep.
And that chart's starting to heat up, and you often wonder.
Well, we saw XRO, right? You said XRO was looking pretty good, and then they come up with that result, and off it went. Is TNE going to do something similar? Maybe. It's that setup for next week, isn't it?
Well, we are trending this at the moment, and we had a buy under 15.02, so we're slightly up on it. We've got a target price of 15.90. So come on, boys. We've been in it pretty since middle of April. We're just trying to
give us a good result. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, come on, let's do it. All right, Wolfie, thank you very much. Wolfie, you're always amazing. So have a good day, Wolf.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.